Do you know the real price of success? This video reveals exactly that. Have you ever wondered why some people manage to escape poverty and achieve wealth while others remain trapped in the same situation? Perhaps the secret lies in the sacrifices that few are willing to make. In this video, we will reveal the 20 essential sacrifices to escape poverty and achieve financial success. To bring you these valuable tips, I worked hard to select the best strategies and sacrifices that really make a difference. So, if you are looking to transform your financial life, don't waste time and subscribe to the channel right now. Are you ready to make these sacrifices and change your destiny? Let's start. Personal choice. Often, we don't even realize it, but poverty is linked to the choices we make every day. You know that colleague who keeps buying unnecessary things and then complains about debts? Well, these choices end up trapping the person in a cycle of interest and bills to pay. The secret to getting out of this is to start thinking differently, focus on saving, and invest in what really matters to achieve financial freedom. Have you ever thought about what it would be like to live without this financial pressure? Making smart financial decisions can change everything. Take Mike, for example. He decided to cut unnecessary expenses and invest in online courses to improve his skills. Instead of spending on expensive dinners, he started cooking at home, saving a good amount every month. Over time, these small changes helped Mike save enough money to start his own business. Small daily sacrifices can open up big opportunities in the future. Speaking of which, have you ever thought about how instant gratification might be holding you back? Instant gratification. Learning to let go of the need for instant gratification is crucial to achieving long-term financial goals. You know that moment when you want to buy something right away, even knowing you could wait and save? Well, this hurry can be a big obstacle. Jane, for example, always wanted everything right away and ended up broke at the end of the month. When she decided to change and started planning her purchases, she saved much more than she imagined. Have you thought about what you could achieve if you controlled these impulses? Focusing on long-term goals requires patience and discipline. John always wanted to have an emergency fund, but the temptation to buy new gadgets was great. He decided to save a little every month, resisting impulse purchases. Over time, he managed to build a solid savings. This change in attitude was essential for achieving financial stability. And speaking of changes, how about leaving fear behind and embracing new opportunities? Leaving fear. Fear is a major block in the pursuit of financial freedom. Often, it prevents us from investing or trying something new. Take Lisa, for example, who was always afraid of investing her money, thinking she could lose everything. When she finally decided to get informed and take a risk, she discovered that the return could be much greater than she imagined. Facing these fears can open unexpected doors. Have you thought about the opportunities you're missing because of fear? To overcome fear, it's important to be informed and prepared. Dave always feared starting his own business. After much research and planning, he finally took the first step and never regretted it. By letting go of fear, he discovered a world of possibilities. Speaking of possibilities, how about abandoning the victim mentality to transform your life? Victim mentality. Abandoning the victim mentality is crucial to taking control of your own financial life. Many people blame fate or circumstances for their situation, but this only hinders progress. Karen, for example, used to complain about her luck until she realized she needed to act to change it. When she started taking responsibility for her mistakes, her financial life took a turn. Have you ever thought about the impact of changing this mentality? Taking control of your life allows you to create opportunities. Sam, for example, always saw himself as a victim of circumstances. When he decided to change this view and take control, he started seeing positive results. This made all the difference in his journey to financial success. And since we're talking about paths, avoiding easy opportunities can be crucial to achieving your goals. Let's understand more about this. Easy opportunities. Easy opportunities are often traps. Many times, they are risky and can end up causing more problems than solutions. Emily always looked for shortcuts to make quick money, but this only led to wasted time and money. It was only when she started focusing on solid and safe methods that she saw her effort pay off. Are easy opportunities delaying you instead of helping? Patience and dedication tend to bring better results. Tom, for example, avoided get-rich-quick schemes and preferred to invest in his education and career. Over time, he saw his investments grow and his financial stability increase. Avoiding shortcuts may seem difficult at first, but the rewards are much more satisfying. And speaking of tough choices, how do you deal with emotional spending? Emotional spending. Controlling emotional spending is essential for a healthy financial life. Sarah used to buy impulsively whenever she felt sad or stressed, which ended up busting her budget. When she decided to control these emotions and think twice before spending, she managed to save much more. Have you ever caught yourself buying something just to feel better? How would your life be if you controlled these impulses? By controlling emotional spending, you can greatly improve your financial stability. Steve, for example, decided to make a shopping list and stick to it, avoiding impulse buys. This helped him save and invest in things that really mattered. Small behavioral adjustments can lead to significant changes. And speaking of changes, learning to deal with rejection can be a game changer in the pursuit of success. How about discovering more about this? Rejection. Learning to deal with rejection is crucial for success in life and business. Anna, for example, was always afraid of being rejected, which prevented her from seeking new opportunities. When she changed her perspective and started seeing rejection as a learning opportunity, she began to grow professionally. Have you thought about how much rejection can be a tool for your development? Facing rejection positively can open many doors. Michael, who worked in sales, faced several rejections before closing his first deals. He learned to persist and not give up in the face of the no's he received. This made him more resilient and successful. And speaking of resilience, balancing family time with the effort to improve economically is a challenge many face. How are you handling this? Family time. Balancing family time with the necessary effort to improve economically is a constant challenge. Laura always dedicated herself to work but realized she was leaving little time for her family. When she started organizing her time better, she managed to balance both without harming either side. Have you thought about how to improve this balance in your life? Good time management can bring both financial and personal benefits. Jack, for example, adopted a routine where he set aside quality time for his family without neglecting his work. This not only improved his relationships but also his productivity and well-being. And speaking of quality of life, spending money to maintain appearances can be a big enemy of your financial progress. Let's talk more about this. Appearances. Stopping spending money to maintain appearances is essential to focus on what really matters. Megan always bought expensive clothes and went to fancy restaurants to impress others, but this constantly left her in debt. When she decided to live more simply and authentically, she managed to save and invest much more. Have you ever found yourself spending to maintain an image? How would your life be if you prioritized your real needs? Living according to your true priorities brings much more satisfaction and stability. Chris, for example, decided to cut unnecessary expenses and invest in his future. He stopped worrying about others' opinions and focused on what really mattered for his financial growth. And speaking of finances, reducing the use of credit cards and personal loans can be a great strategy to avoid unsustainable debts. How about understanding more about this? Credit and loans. Reducing the use of credit cards and personal loans is an effective way to avoid unsustainable debts. Amy used to rely on credit to cover daily expenses, but this only increased her debt. When she decided to live within her means and pay bills on time, her financial situation improved significantly. Have you considered what your life would be like without this dependency? Living without the constant pressure of debts allows for greater financial peace of mind. Brian, for example, cut his credit cards and started using only the money he had available. This helped him better control his expenses and save more. And speaking of pressure, giving importance to destructive criticism and opinions can be a big obstacle to success. Let's understand how to deal with this. Others' opinions. Not giving importance to destructive criticism and opinions is crucial to following your own path to success. Jessica always cared too much about what others thought, which prevented her from making important decisions. When she learned to filter opinions and focus on what really mattered to her, her confidence and results improved. Have you ever found yourself paralyzed by criticism? How would your life be if you followed your own path? Focusing on what really matters to you is the path to success. Daniel, for example, decided to ignore destructive criticism and concentrate on his goals. This gave him the confidence needed to move forward and achieve his dreams. And speaking of focus, analyzing your financial situation is a fundamental step to cutting expenses and prioritizing savings. Let's talk more about this. Financial analysis. Analyzing the financial situation is an essential step to identify where to cut expenses and where to invest. Rachel had never looked closely at her finances until she realized she needed to change. When she did a complete analysis, she discovered several expenses she could eliminate, which helped her save and invest better. Have you analyzed your finances recently? How would it be if you did that now? Doing a detailed financial analysis allows you to identify opportunities for savings and investment. Robert, for example, reviewed all his expenses and managed to cut several subscriptions and services he didn't use. With this extra money, he started investing in an emergency fund. And speaking of investments, prioritizing savings can be a crucial step to ensuring financial security. Let's explore this idea. Savings priority. Saving every possible penny for an emergency fund and investments is fundamental for a stable financial life. Emily decided she would save a percentage of her salary every month, regardless of the circumstances. This helped her create a financial cushion that gave her security. Have you started saving regularly? How would your life be with an emergency fund? Prioritizing savings allows for greater peace of mind and security. Mark, for example, set a monthly savings goal and committed to achieving it. Over time, he saw his emergency fund grow and was able to invest in new opportunities. And speaking of mentality, avoiding pessimism can be crucial to seeing and seizing opportunities that arise. How about understanding more about this? Pessimism. Avoiding pessimism and focusing on the potential of opportunities is crucial for financial success. Lisa always saw the glass half empty, which prevented her from taking advantage of good growth chances. When she decided to change her perspective and focus on possibilities, she began to see positive results. Have you thought about how your thinking can affect your opportunities? Keeping a positive attitude opens doors that pessimism closes. James, for example, decided he would see challenges as learning opportunities. This helped him better adapt to changes and make the most of the chances that arose. And speaking of changes, stopping the need to have the last word and keeping an open mind to new ideas can be a big differentiator. Let's talk more about this. Last word. Stopping the need to have the last word and keeping an open mind to new ideas is crucial for personal and financial growth. Susan had the habit of always wanting to be right, which made her relationships and learning opportunities difficult. When she decided to listen more and talk less, she learned a lot from others and saw her life improve. Have you thought about how much you can learn by listening more? Keeping an open mind allows you to absorb new ideas and grow. Kevin, for example, decided he would listen to colleagues' opinions before making important decisions. This brought him new perspectives and better results in his projects. And speaking of growth, developing new skills is essential to generate more income and opportunities. How about discovering how to do this? New skills. Developing new skills is an essential strategy to increase income and open new opportunities. Megan decided to learn programming, even without prior experience, and this led her to a new job with a much better salary. Have you thought about learning something new that could improve your career? Investing in new skills can transform your professional life. Alex, for example, dedicated time to digital marketing courses and saw his job opportunities multiply. New skills opened doors you didn't even imagine. And speaking of transformation, not settling for the current situation and always aspiring for more is a crucial step to escape mediocrity. Let's explore this idea. Conformity. Not settling for the current situation and always aspiring for more is essential for personal and financial growth. Emma decided she would no longer accept a job that didn't satisfy her and started looking for better opportunities. This attitude led her to a job she truly loved and a much higher salary. Have you thought about changing your current situation for something better? Always aspiring for more brings new opportunities and growth. Jack never settled for his position at work and always sought to learn more and develop. This led to promotions and constant growth in his career. And speaking of growth, accepting and learning from failure is a valuable lesson for improving and evolving. Let's talk more about this. Failure. Accepting and learning from failure is crucial for growth and success. Laura had several failed attempts to start her own business but never gave up. Each failure brought valuable lessons that she applied until she succeeded. Have you thought about how failures can teach you? How would it be if you used these lessons to improve? Seeing failure as a learning opportunity can transform your trajectory. Tom, for example, learned from his mistakes in investments and used this knowledge to achieve better results in the future. And speaking of learning, avoiding comparisons with others, especially on social media, can be an important step to focus on your own path. Let's understand more about this. Comparison. Avoiding comparisons with others, especially on social media, is crucial to keep the focus on your own growth. Lisa used to feel bad when seeing others' success online, but she decided to stop comparing and focus on her own goals. This helped her feel more confident and achieve her dreams. Have you thought about how comparisons can hinder you? Focusing on yourself brings more satisfaction and progress. Brian, for example, decided to disconnect from social media and concentrate on his own projects. This brought him peace of mind and improved his performance in various areas of life. And speaking of progress, discipline is fundamental to creating wealth as it implies being orderly and consistent in your actions. How about learning more about this? Discipline. Discipline is fundamental to creating wealth, as it implies being orderly and consistent in your actions. Mark decided he would follow a strict study and investment routine, which brought incredible results in a short time. Have you thought about how discipline can transform your life? Being disciplined allows you to achieve goals that seem impossible. Jane, for example, followed a savings and investment plan without fail, which provided her with financial security that previously seemed unattainable. And now, are you ready to apply all this knowledge and change your life? Now that you know the 20 essential sacrifices to escape poverty and achieve wealth, the question remains, are you ready to make these sacrifices? Implementing these changes in your life may seem challenging, but remember that great achievements require great efforts. Are you willing to take control of your financial life and seek success? Which of these sacrifices are you willing to start today? Leave your answer in the comments and share your experiences. Let's continue this journey together, learning and growing. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. That way, you don't miss any tips and keep evolving towards your financial freedom. Let's turn dreams into reality together. But knowing the 20 sacrifices is not enough if you don't know the 10 habits to escape poverty, according to Andrew Carnegie, a businessman who was born poor and achieved a fortune of $300 billion. To help you, I made a video explaining exactly that, and to watch it, just click on the video popping up on your screen now. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.